Hey guys, what's going on? Space Cowboy here in the early hours of the morning for day 3, and we got to review who the Cowboys took in day 2. The Dallas Cowboys decided to select Sam Williams and Jalen Tolbert in rounds 2 and 3 respectfully, and I'm going to go over how I feel about each of the picks, how I felt the draft now pans out as we get into the final day. If you could like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, that would be fantastic. Trying to get more Cowboys content as we are now rolling into the part of the offseason where it gets very dead for a couple months when we get into the training camps and stuff like that. So, with all that being said, let's start off with Sam Williams. So Sam Williams taken at pick 56 by the Cowboys. And to be honest with you, I did feel like it was a reach. He is a solid player. I feel like the off-the-field stuff is something that you kind of, if he can get that out of the way, or rather we can hope that that doesn't come up, he's going to be a solid player for you. And so I look at the scouting report, and again, I don't take these super seriously. But look, the Cowboys liked him. Dan Quinn liked him. It makes sense that the Cowboys would select him. So, you got a guy that's 6'4", 261, fat, 4'4", so here's the player bio or analysis, whatever the case may be. So Williams was considered an elite junior college prospect after earning first-team JUCO All-American honors at Northeast Mississippi Community College in 2018. Let's see. His pass rush skills translated to the SEC in 2019 as the Montgomery, Alabama native led the Rebels with 6 sacks amongst his 37 total tackles. He also intercepted a pass and forced a fumble in 12 appearances. Williams was suspended from the team in July of 2020 after he was charged with sexual battery. He was reinstated to the team in September of that year after the charge was dropped. He started 6 of 10 games played in 2020. 8 39 tackles, 8 for loss, team high 4 sacks. Williams garnered 2021 third team Associated Press All-American first team All-SEC honors by ranking 5th in the FBS with a school record 12.5 sacks and tying for 10th in the country with 4 forced fumbles in 13 starts. Then we go to the overview. Despite his troubling performance versus the run, Williams' pass rush flashes tend to leave a more lasting impression. He was often overmatched and pummeled at the point of attack, failing to play with the effort and grit needed to stand up to SEC linemen. As a rusher, he gets off the ball quickly and attacks the pocket with the bend and handwork to gain entry into the backfield from a variety of angles. He projects as a potentially dangerous package rusher who will need to get stronger and more competitive against the run if he wants to be considered for early down snaps. So look, that is generally the consensus. Nothing in there was wrong. He was projected to go between 3 and 5, and look, it's one of them weird drafts where you're towards the tail end of the second, where you're going to the third. So I kind of gave up. I still felt like the Cowboys could have gotten to Kobe Dean. That I felt like would have been a better player. And I understand that the whole injury stuff, he didn't get the surgery on his pec. He doesn't have, insurance. That's a whole nother thing. But I think Sam Williams is a project player, similar to that of Tyler Smith. If they both pan out, they're fantastic selections. And Sam Williams, I think, is more he's in more of a situation, I should say, to where the Cowboys can ease him in, as opposed to Tyler Smith, where you need him to be good day one. So there's that. With all that, I think that Sam Williams is a guy that has a lot of potential to do something really good in this league. I think he can be a starter for you down the road. I think that he is your Randy Gregory replacement. I understand that you got Dorrance back, but I think that Sam Williams will eventually, go further than what Armstrong can provide for you. But Sam Williams will need to take some time, and if there's one guy that could fix him and get him ready to go, it's Dan Quinn. We move into the third round selection for the Dallas Cowboys, and they selected Jalen Tolbert, the wide receiver out of Southern Alabama. And I actually love this pick. I was on a live stream, so I couldn't really record myself reacting to this. However, just giving you a sense. Okay, so Tolbert, 2-star recruit, out of Mobile's McToolin High School, and he didn't get a chance to prove himself during his first year at his hometown school because of an injury suffered in preseason camp. He played in all 12 games as a reserve the following year. Before breaking out as a sophomore, Tolbert led the Jaguars in 2019 with 6 receiving touchdowns and 19.3 yards per reception. His play in 2020 really grabbed scouts' attention as he ranked 7th in the FBS with 1,085 receiving yards and 8 touchdowns to earn first-team All-Sun Belt notice. Instead of heading to the NFL, Tolbert stayed at USA to work with the transfer passer Jake Bentley, who he already knew through working with. His efforts paid off, and he was named 2021 Sun Belt Conference Player of the Year and first team All-League after setting school records with 82 receptions, 8 touchdowns in 12 starts. And also he ranked 6th in the FBS with 1,474 receiving yards, and he also set a school record for receptions, receiving yards for the career, and stuff like that. The overview. A silky smooth athlete who has morphed into a monster over the last 2 seasons. Tolbert is a high-character prospect with skill elements that are dripping with NFL potential. He gave work to everyone he faced, including SEC cover corners at Tennessee. His 3-sport background offers unique perspective to pull from at his position, and his route running gives him a leg up in camp battles early on. His traits, talent, and production should push him up the board, and dialing up the competitive spirit should turn him into a top-flight wide receiver too. And I agree with that. I think that Jalen Tolbert has a lot of potential to end up being a wide receiver 3 or 2, depending on how you want to play this with Michael Gallup and CeeDee Lamb. He is your long-term, you could argue he's the Cedric Wilson replacement, but to be honest with you, if you look at it this way, hear me out here. CeeDee Lamb was your, CeeDee Lamb was that replacement for Amari Cooper. We kind of knew that and kind of got that understanding. Then you have Michael Gallup come back, and then you have Jalen Tolbert, who's taking that wide receiver 3 role right now. And, you look, and I will say this, the only real weaknesses that I see is that he has some drops sometimes. I'm trying to go through the notes here because I'm trying to recollect exactly. And, I think the deep ball, he's had a little bit of issues. But outside of that, the Cowboys kind of pushed this draft from a C or, with the pick right now. I would say right now the Cowboys sit at a C+. Day 3 is going to be huge depending on exactly who they go with. And I'm hoping they address linebacker or tight end wherever they go. They need to fix some stuff up still. I still don't believe this is a better team than last year, but Tyler Smith had his press conference. I really like what the guy's got to offer. He's got fantastic person. And again, I have nothing against the players. It's about how the organization is doing things. If these guys pan out, that's great, but these are work in progresses. Aside from Jalen Tolbert, I think he's a plug-and-play guy. So yeah, what would you guys feel about the draft? Put that in the comment section below. I'm going to go ahead and head out. I'm tired. I'm not really going to do any reactions to day 3 until I get home from work. So I will catch you guys later. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.